Hello everyone, I hope you've had a good week. If any of you are heading back to school this week or next week, then I hope that goes really well. If any of you watched our Sunday service on YouTube this week, then you'll have heard Anne talk about being coloured in. Now, she wasn't suggesting that we go around and paint each other in different colours, but instead was talking about how God's Holy Spirit colours us in with his gifts, making us so much more than we would otherwise be. Since then, I've been pondering on what it might mean to be coloured in. Have you done any colouring over the time that we've been stuck at home? Maybe you've coloured in pictures that you've drawn yourself, or in colouring books, or cards for people. Whenever we're faced with a new colouring page, it can look dull and empty, and yet at the same time it also looks full of potential. It can become anything that we want it to be, depending on what colours we use, whether we colour in all of the lines or some of them, stay inside of them, colour outside of them. It can be anything. I wonder whether we're a bit like those empty colouring pages, needing colouring in order to reach our full potential. As a Christian, I believe in a God who created all of us in his image. I don't believe he made any mistakes. Each and every one of us is a perfect creation of his that he delights in. In one way, being coloured in could mean we are learning how to be kind, how to live well, to respect everyone, to be generous, to be loving. I wonder how you could be one of those things today as you think about how colourful you are. Something else I wondered about, how some mornings when we wake up, we might feel full of joy, ready to jump out of bed and embrace the day, like a fully coloured picture ready to hang. But some mornings, maybe we feel more like an empty picture, just lines with empty spaces and no colour. On those days, I find myself asking God especially if he can fill me and help me. I suppose I'm asking him to colour me in so that I can be what I need to be and do what I need to do. Now, I'm figuring that most of you have got some things to colour in at home, so I wasn't going to show you how to do colouring in, but I did find another really colourful craft that I thought we could have a go at this week, hopefully using things that you might have at home. It uses salt so that the colour ends up being raised off the card, and you can make any picture or writing that you want with it. All you need is some card. It can be any kind of card, or you could use paper, but I think it would get a bit soggy. You need some normal table salt, some PVA glue of some sort, and then any kind of paint. I think ideally you're supposed to use watercolours, but I don't have any of those. You can also use food colouring, but if you use like your normal craft paint, then just water it down until it's really quite watery. So the first thing you do is you get your glue and you draw anything you like. Now I'm just doing squiggles because I can't concentrate on doing a more intricate pattern while talking at the same time. So you can do squiggles, or you could write your name, or you could draw a heart or a picture or flower, anything you like. And then when you've done that, you're going to put it in the salt. So you cover it in salt so that the whole glue is covered in salt. And just cover the whole thing. And then tip off any excess salt until you've just got the glue and the salt. And then you're going to take your paint, like I say, you want to make it as watery as you can, and then take your paint on a brush and just drop it on the salt. And what you'll find is it spreads quite a long way. So I'm particularly going to drop it on the junctions where the lines meet. I don't know if you can see that starting to spread. So that's why it needs to be quite watery. So if it's not spreading, I found if you just add a little bit more water, it should help it to work. And you can use lots of different colours, whatever you happen to have, until you filled in all your picture, all the lines with different colours. And you can see how that's starting to fill in. You can obviously do more than that. So you could have a go at making different pictures, or you could write something, and then it might take a little while to dry because of the glue, and then when it's ready you can hang it somewhere. However you want to think about being coloured in this week, I find it really exciting that we've been made and are loved by a creative, colourful God who doesn't want to leave us as an empty page, but to fill us in with colour as we trust in Him, ask Him for help, and try our best to be what He needs us to be in this world. How could you be colourful this week? Please take care, and if there's any way we can support you, please do get in touch.